Copyright provided by All Gators on FanNation. Scooby Williams and Shemar James will be pivotal in filling injured starting middle linebacker Ventrell Miller's shoes against USF. An underlying storyline for the Florida Gators through two contests is the drastic uptick in defensive production from previous seasons in life under new leadership. Coming from the days of Todd Grantham, an era that started rather promisingly in 2018 before quickly growing inferior to become a glaring factor in the ultimate crumbling of Dan Mullen's kingdom, the new age with Patrick Toney in charge of the unit is living up to the billing of a breath of fresh air. Operating with adequate consistency, communication, and innovation through two games, the defensive rebound has flown under the radar due to the polarization of the offense. As a result, Florida's battle with USF at home on Saturday will focus on what the Gators' offense is able to accomplish against the first get-right opponent of the year. That microscope will be placed primarily on the air attack as quarterback Anthony Richardson looks to rebound from a poor outing against Kentucky. Simultaneously, Toney's defense faces the daunting task of replacing sixth-year veteran Ventrell Miller, who was out of action with a lower body injury. To encapsulate the importance of maintaining the early defensive success before Florida heads to Rocky Top to face a dynamic Tennessee Volunteers offense in Week 4, All Gators look at two young second-level defenders from Alabama as they step into the fold with the opportunity to assert themselves for the future without Miller. Scooby Williams and Shemar James are our co-X factors for Florida's bout with USF. Related, Florida Gators vs. USF Bulls. Picks and predictions for Week 3. Filling in directly for Miller is Williams, a redshirt freshman with very little experience playing as a true second-level defense, nonetheless as the quarterback of the defense at MLB. Playing primarily off the edge during his high school career, Williams proved his worth as a capable athlete when working downhill as a pass rusher and run stopper. Bouncing to off-ball backer when he arrived at Florida, Williams' progression will be put to the test. His impressive athleticism coming out of high school suited him to assume the role, as he can effectively diagnose and fill run gaps, drop into coverage, rush the passer, and whatever else he's asked to do from the position. Williams has performed in a limited role this season, but was serviceable in the absence of Miller late in the contest against Kentucky. He aided the Florida defense to keep the Gators in the contest for as long as possible prior to the 26-16 defeat at the hands of the Wildcats. However, he won't be alone as the unit attempts to maintain strong communication as a unit. Collectively, as a team, we all have player accountability. We all depend on each other to communicate with each other, said defensive lineman Justus Boone on Wednesday. Ventrell is one of the leaders on our defense, and it will be a little setback with not having him. But like I also said, collectively as a team we all have player accountability, so we're gonna communicate and watch each other, inaudible, we would if he was out there. However, while Williams is the listed starter in place of Miller, the true freshman may have a greater impact on the game from the spot. Playing on 66 total snaps through two games, according to Pro Football Focus, and starting both as Florida deviated from their base 3-3-5 personnel to operate in a more traditional 3-4 to begin each game, James is proving to be an integral asset in the defensive scheme. He's totaled 11 tackles and 2 quarterback pressures thus far this season, showcasing the skill set that made him a premier landing for Florida in the 2022 cycle. Similar to Williams, James possesses the capability to operate in any capacity asked of him, although his elite-level athleticism slates him for more time in the weak side role that fifth-year senior Amari Burney currently occupies. The only difference between Williams and James is their previous experience at the position. James holds the edge in that regard. As a result, it wouldn't be shocking to see the rookie assume Miller's role in the middle of the defense on occasion as they groom him for increased playing time and potentially assuming the role in the future. Growing comfortable in the defense without the on-field leadership of Miller, both from a run fit and coverage standpoint, against a subpar offensive team in USF will pay dividends for the Gators' depth now and in the future. It could even kickstart a youth movement of sorts as the gap in snaps between established players and inexperienced talent closes to become near equal, if not fully in favor of the latter. Stay tuned to All Gators for continuous coverage of Florida Gators football, basketball, and recruiting.